In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact 3 posts to use on social media to attract high-paying clients organically without spending any money on paid marketing. If you're new here, my name's Kay Somji. I built my own coaching business to 7 figures in my first year of operation, and to date we've helped over 200 other coaches, consultants, and info product creators scale to 6 and 7 figures in their businesses. And you may be wondering, why are these posts so important? Well, online, you have to bring people into your ecosystem. And using these posts is going to help you develop connection with these people, position yourself correctly, and create a relationship so they have a reason to choose you. Because if they don't, well, they could just go to anybody else. So without further ado, I'm going to break out the whiteboard and we're going to go through these posts in depth so you could just steal them. There's 3 different ways you're going to be able to use these posts. You're going to be able to use them in long form content, short form content, and written content. I guess written could be considered long form or short form. I'm going to categorize it as its own thing. So let's slap those up on the board here. Long, short, and written. Well, that was easy. That's your 3 types of posts. There you go. Now, I'm going to break it down even more. So long, you've got things like YouTube and podcasts, okay? So let's put YouTube or podcast. Short could be things like Reels, TikToks, things like that. So Reels, etc. And written, this would be like your Facebook posts, your LinkedIn posts, emails to your newsletter. So let's put FBLI and email. Now, you may have heard that people don't buy coaches, they buy coaching. And that is absolutely true. If you look at different coaching programs, info products on the market, or let's even forget about the coaching and info space. If you just look at any product in general, it's not always the best product that sells the most. Absolutely, you want to have an amazing offer. That's something I'm really big on. But there are other factors that go into it as well, such as personal branding, such as awareness, such as marketing, such as how the consumer feels. So they buy coaches, they don't buy coaching. And they don't always only buy the best product. They buy from the person who makes them feel most understood and the person they really vibe and connect with most. And that leads us on to our first post. And the things you want to do, before I reveal the name of the post, the things you want to do in this post phase. So number 1, you want to actually share things about yourself, about the coach, about the creator. So things like life lessons. Okay. Why you do what you do. Your journey, character building. So your backstory. Your passions, and really why you do what you do. Why are you so passionate about this niche and helping people? So I put here why you do what you do and like passions as well. And relate. You should be relating to them through these things so they can see that you've gone on the journey. You were once where they were. You can have things in common with them. They can really get to know you, like you, understand you, and know you outside of just business. So even personal life as well. What makes you unique? Why are you different to other people out there? Why should they go with you? And because if people are selling similar things, these things will make you stand out. Most people are just trying to show people, here's how to do X, Y, Z. Here's how I made this much. Here's how you lose weight. Here's how you get this result, which is definitely crucial and key. However, these things are going to make you stand out above your competition and just really separate you, have you exist in a category of one. So when they really vibe with you, they'll join you, buy from you, and not from anybody else. And so this first type of post, let me change the color here. This first type of post we call a character post. And I want you to think back to people that you've bought from. Did you just buy because the product was good? Or did you buy because you related to them? You felt understood. You felt they got you. They had a similar trajectory, a similar path to you. From all these things here, These are some you can do. So you can alternate between these types of posts. I'm going to give you number 2 and number 3 as well. But in the character, you could do a life lesson. And these are plenty. You could have life lessons around business, around fitness, around the way you think about things, about how hard you work, about hustle versus freedom, all these different things. Why you do what you do. Break that down. Let people know you're not just there for a paycheck. The backstory. How did you get into this? For myself, I used to be a corporate financial risk analyst. I share those things. I've seen my parents struggle, worked 365 days a year, 16 hours a day for decades on end. That's part of my backstory. Your passions, explain those as well. Relate to your audience, put yourself in their shoes, because chances are you've probably been where they are now in some way, shape, or form. And then your personal life as well. You don't have to share everything. You don't have to share like your firstborn child with them or things like that. But, share some things, show behind the scenes. If you're a family man, show that. If you're a family woman, show that. If you travel a lot, show that. It can inspire people, they can relate to you, and maybe they see themselves living the future which is what you're living now. And another one I forgot to include, some successes and failures. I think that's really powerful as well. Let me switch back to black. So successes, but also failure. And I'm just remembering these off the top of my head now. Transformation, which I guess you've shown in some of that as well. But where were you before? Where are you now? How has your life changed? Everyone shares successes. Most people are not willing to share failures. So that's the first one. And you can cycle between these. You can do videos on these. You can do written posts on these. You can do reels on these. So now let's move on to number 2. The second type, I'm going to break them down first again. Some of the things you can share here is flexing your expertise. So show the old way versus the new way of doing something. Why is your way superior? Okay, so old way versus new way. Why is your method superior? Shift some beliefs in the market. So shift beliefs. While you're flexing your expertise, that comes from showing your results and client results. Your results and client results. Also, your take on the industry. You're a well-known person in this industry. You're flexing your expertise. So your take on the industry. So your take on the industry with where things are going. What's working now? What's not working now? I could even put that here as well. That's kind of old way, new way, but what works and doesn't. Share some things that have worked for you. Share some things that you're learning as well. And so this, we're going to group into authority posts, because this is where you're really showing your authority. You're demonstrating that authority to people that you actually know what you are talking about and why they should listen to you. Because these are all three going to go hand in hand. It's great having all these character posts, but if you don't know anything, or if you know things but your audience doesn't perceive that you know them, they're not going to be inclined to buy from you. So this needs to be done as well, and this is authority. Authority posts. And the third type of post, you're going to now share some more things. So we're going to build on the authority and show people things that they can actually implement into whatever they're doing, into their fitness, into their relationships, into their business, into their life to get the results. So some of these could be technical breakdowns. Let's put number 3 here. So process breakdowns, rather. So actually showing the process, actually showing what can people do, not just saying it and gatekeeping everything. Give away the process. Okay. Lessons learned. I talked about lessons learned in the last section. But here you're showing the lessons now. Hopefully you can see this on the board. You're sharing these lessons with people so they can fast track your success, fast track their success rather from your lessons. You say, hey, I did this. This is what worked well. This is what didn't work so well. And also answer questions. This is so key. Answer questions. You will find people ask you questions, maybe on your content, maybe on your videos, maybe clients ask you questions, maybe objections come up on sales calls, all these different questions. Or you can look at the different questions that your target market are asking. What are they asking in Facebook groups? What are they posting about? What do people in your niche want to know? What did you want to know before and now you figured out and implemented it and got the result? Answer these things for your people. And so we lump these together in technical posts. And I hope you can see why it's paramount to use all three. Character, like I said, is going to position you in a category of one. Why should they buy from you? Why should they learn from you? How can they relate to you? Why would they see you as somebody different, not just after their money? Next thing, authority. You need these coupled because if you have these, but they don't see you have any success, you have any client results, and if you don't, not a problem, you can start to get them and show things. Maybe you've only got 1/10 of the way up the mountain. You show how you've achieved that so far. And it's absolutely crucial to couple these with authority because imagine you have this and now you have this. You really like somebody and you see he or she walks the walk, has the result, has the client's results, gives their take on the industry, even if it's controversial or contrarian. That is actually really good to throw in. Shifting beliefs as well, showing your market why what they've done so far hasn't really worked so well and what to do instead and why that actually works. These are great so far here. But still, that will only get your client maybe 66% of the way there. To get them the other 99 is technical. So now you are showing, hey, I'm not gatekeeping anything. Everybody else wants you to pay for this. I'm going to show you a process breakdown. Quite like what I'm doing on the whiteboard here. It's a little bit of each. Lessons learned, showing those. Who's showing their lessons to people? Usually you only get that after you pay somebody. And answering questions. This flexes your expertise. It shows, hey, this person knows what he or she's talking about. They're answering all my questions before I've ever paid them. Here's my credit card. That's literally what happens. So you use these three types of posts and you can see it. You can get unlimited content because how many life lessons can you have? Maybe you've got 10 good ones. Why you do what you do. Backstory. Maybe you've got a backstory why you do what you do financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, how you got burnt out in the past. Some passions outside of business. Maybe you like to ski. Don't just create a post about skiing. You could, but also maybe building your business has allowed you to go skiing. Maybe getting in shape has allowed you to live out that passion. Think about creative ways in which you can use these. And so you can see you can have tons of these, right? And get these ideas, brainstorm them on a notepad. You could do 1 character post or 2 character posts a week in perpetuity. And as you grow, you're going to get new things here as well. Authority, same here. Look, old way versus new. How many could you do for that? How many could you do for the method that you use? How many beliefs could you shift? How many results of your own could you show? How many client results? Maybe your client got this result and that result and that result. And then client number 2, client number 3, new clients come aboard. It's just a beautiful compounding thing. And then process breakdowns. You see how many I share on this channel here and on my other social media channels. So you can keep doing this. Answer questions. Poll your audience. Go into group. You could even ask ChatGPT what are 50 FAQs that my target market have. A little hack right there, right? You got 50 question pieces of content. You could do these in long form videos. You could answer these questions 50. You've just got 50 reels to use right there, right? Written content. Same kind of thing. You can break it down in a bit more depth. So these are the 3 types of posts. However, they will not do everything. You can do these posts. You will build up a lot of goodwill in the market. But what we want to do now is couple these with something which is action. So actually a call to action, getting people to take an action that you want. So we'll put this here. Action. Let's see if I can do a bracket around these. Okay. And so we'll put here action. And we'll put here CTA. Those of you more familiar with marketing know CTA, it's a call to action. So what do you want your prospect to do? once they've gone through these posts. You don't want to use calls to action all the time. It can come across a bit spammy, but you'll find your give to ask ratio, topic for another day. But in TV, I think you get about 16 minutes of advertising per hour. So that's a kind of nice ratio to use, 16 minutes per the rest of the hour. So you could say old way versus new way. To learn the new way could be, sending people to your lead magnet. Okay. Shifting beliefs or your results. If you want to get results like this for your results and client results, it could be book a call. And you don't have to stay to these hard and fast. Sometimes you could just share an amazing client result and say, well, there you go. Right? Psychologically, you don't always need to say, hey, come book a call, come get this lead magnet. Leave it up to people a little bit, but you do want to include these sometimes. So maybe a 1/3 or 1/4 ratio, one out of every 3, one out of every 4 posts, and you can push people to different things. Lead magnets, book a call, answer questions. You can say if you want more questions like this answered, you could move people to a newsletter. If you want to show how you built your life around your business or whatever you're doing, and you've created this beautiful life for yourself, you could say, and I'm going to be teaching how to do this on my workshop next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, which I'm not, by the way, so don't think that was a call to action. But you could do some of these here to, workshop. There's tons of ways you can do these, guys. So do these posts and you will get better with them over time. You can incorporate these. And like I've shown you, you can use this for long form, short form, written, pretty much anywhere you want, even as you're speaking with prospects as well. You'll find you can start working your stories into speaking to prospects. You can work your authority in there, show your case studies, your results, your client results, and you can work in technical process breakdowns as well. It's a beautiful thing. So go and implement these into your business. And there's 2 ways of doing this. You can go through the trial and error, which will work absolutely. That's how I came up with these, guys. I did this over and over again, and I saw what worked, what didn't work. I threw out what didn't work, and I doubled down on what worked. And now I'm sharing this with you here. And if you want, something I suggest is click the link in the description of the video where we can actually break this down for you, give you templates and show you how to install this into your business, taking away all the guesswork so you can generate upwards of 100 leads a week and 5 to 10 high-paying clients per month. That's just my recommendation, but you can absolutely install everything we've just covered here into your business to get amazing results. If you enjoyed the video, please drop it a like, hit subscribe so you stay up to date with trainings like this that you can use in your business. And if there's any other videos or content that you'd like me to make for you, any questions that you have, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to try and make some of those videos. Until next time, take care. I'm out.